Today, we have a light message. We've been really focusing on Jesus and the gift that he brought to the planet and the Christed light that just bathed the earth at his birth and with his teachings and at his death, burial, resurrection, and ascension, how the earth was never the same. Race consciousness was never the same. And we've been looking at that and embodying it and really feeling it over the Christmas season, have you not? And felt the touch of the angels and felt that divine light. But what you're going to realize is that over the next few weeks, that light is going to ebb. And then it's all up to you. God is still with us. But this is when the rubber meets the road, so to speak. So I wanted to share with you a little shift in focus. How do we maintain that Christed spirit in our own consciousness while we are walking in the earth? It's easy when we see Christmas decorations and we smile and everybody's in a joyful mood, but the decorations are coming down probably today, and then we're back in our path. So what Spirit asked me to share was this. Have you ever gotten sick? and you feel really, really good, but then you get sick. And then all the good that you've been feeling is like gone, and you're just concerned about surviving. And it's maybe just a little cold, but it's like you don't know if you're going to live through it. I mean, they're pretty powerful things. And so you're holding on for dear life, and you're praying, and you're raking yourself, and you're doing all the homeopathy and vitamins and everything. And then finally, body kicks in. Immune system says, nope, I don't need to learn from this anymore. Whoop, you're healthy. You're back on track. Do you ever think about how good you felt before? Do you ever go back and pull that joy you were feeling before back into your present? Most of us don't. Most of us have forgotten that joy we were experiencing, that heightened whatever, and we start from that point. I'm good, I'm okay, I can go forward, and we start building again as if we're starting from scratch. This is what typically we do in our psyche. So, this is what they wanted us to understand. When we do this, we are no longer accessing where we were. We go forward, most of us, cautiously, and we create blocks because of that caution. We create blocks because of the caution. And this has happened to me many times. I was in the absolute best mood one day. I was flying so high. I was so very happy. And my son was at my house doing some work. And I was in the garage, and I had some beautiful little heeled shoes on. They were so cute. I was ready to party. It was a day off. I mean, I love those days. I was so high. And I ran, and I put my foot on a pile of something in the garage. And my ankle gave, and my knee hit the pavement. And I slid and hit my head on the trash can. I mean, it was major. I was laid up for I don't know how long. Hobbling around. But the joy, you know what my brain did? What did I do to deserve that? I was feeling so good, no I don't. I didn't go back and grab that high joy. I let it be. Do you hear? Okay, I share that with you guys. So I will share this as well. If you had asked me in February about my brother, Cindy, how's your brother? I would say, I love my brother. Tell me about your brother. Oh, he's awesome. He's wonderful. He's really honest. He's hardworking. He's diligent. My brother Bob was a pool builder. And, not too long ago, 5 years ago or so, someone was in my church telling me they were going to put a pool in their yard. And they said, I got to find that Bob Yaden. I went, why are you looking for Bob Yaden? And then she said, he's the best one out there. Do you not know that? He is the best in the industry. You can't just have anybody dig your pool. It's mathematical, And I went, well, that's my brother. She had no idea it was my brother. And it was like, wow, he's the best in the industry. That's pretty good. Now, if you ask me today, Cindy, tell me about your brother. You know what I say? He's dead. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. He's dead. He died. He died in March, right after his birthday. Do you see how I've just locked in all my good thoughts? He's dead. Why don't I say, oh my God, my brother graduated. He is done with this earth plane. He did everything he needed to do. He's back on the other side with God, and he is so happy. Why don't I say that? Why does my mind not say that? Why does my mind not go to, oh, he was such a good dude. Yeah, he did great. I have a block there. I lost quite a few people this year. And every time I think of them, my block goes there. They're gone. They're not gone. They're not gone. They're in the earth. They're with spirit. They come and visit all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you guys do this? Do you see the blocks that we're doing to our good? All right. Sometimes we're so ready to move forward, we don't take the time to acknowledge the lessons we've accomplished and the blessings we've received. We're so ready to move on, especially if we think something was a lesson or a challenge. And just a couple of weeks ago, one of y'all's kids, who is in college, was visiting us. And he was sharing with me that he had a difficult time with his accounting class, because I have an accounting background. And we were all praying that he'd pass that exam. There were prayers out there. And so he shared what he goes, yeah, man, I got a C. And he goes, I don't know if it was the teacher, the material. He goes, I just didn't learn anything. And I went, and he's got a business major, right? I didn't learn anything. I said, yeah, you did. You learned you have to hire an accountant. Really simple. That's what you learned. You're not an accountant. You must hire one when you do your business. Because you can know business and not know ticking and tacking. What a great lesson, right? What a great lesson to learn. Can you see how instead of creating blocks in our system, we can start looking for what was the gift and the blessing and bring it forward with us? So each of us was blessed this year in very unusual and wonderful ways. And Spirit asked us to really start thinking about, how do I bring that blessing forward with me? A lot of us in January, our mind goes to health. Let me offer you some ideas. Why not say, man, I ate well last year. I ate so good. Look at this. I did good. Now I may want to choose to do something different, but let me celebrate the joy I had. Let me not call it bad. That wasn't bad. It was what I experienced. Man, I had a rough time. No. I learned through that energy. With me?
Yeah.
Thinking? Okay. So this is what Spirit said. Guys, things do not always end well. Period. They just don't always end well. It didn't end like I enjoyed, but if it had an ending, and let's think about everything that we think did not end well. If it had an ending, it also had a beginning and it had a middle. When things don't end well, how often do we throw the whole thing out? Because it didn't end well. But what about the beginning, and what about the middle? What about all those beautiful activities and energies that we felt? And then they gave me a vision of, what if we had this beautiful meal, this great meal, and everybody ate, and then we got up and left the table, left all the food on the table, and then we went on vacation for a week. And then we come back, and we go, oh my God. And you see all the deteriorating food and whatnot, and would you not say to yourself, I ate that crap? I ate that. Defining the experience by the ending. Now, what was the thing that was missed in this story? We did not clean up at the appropriate time. Everything has value. Everything from beginning, experience, and the cleanup has value too. When we clean up our relationships and clean up our thoughts and clean up what we've done, then we have room for more food to be put on the table, more experiences to come to us. If we avoid experiences, and I know you do because you sit in the counseling room and you tell me about it, avoid closures, avoid experiences. When we avoid that, you're coming home to the dishes on the table with food in it, pretty uncomfortably, okay? And I'm not saying you have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. I want you to begin thinking with me, it was a good experience. And don't let the ending dictate what you experienced. Those of you that are divorced out there, I know most of you, I could mention the name of your ex, and you go, Yeah, you were married to him. You may have even had children with him. Something was going on. Something good was happening. We need to breathe that in. Breathe that in. It's time to move on, perhaps. Yes, it was time to move on when you moved on. Yes. But we waited till the dishes were all dirty on the sink and the table. If we start really walking with the energy, we can acknowledge the blessings fully if we don't let the ending dictate. We can acknowledge and this is, I'm listening to, I need this message too. Spirit was so great to give this to me. I went to Scotland, and you all know my journey in Scotland. And someone could say, Annie, mention this trip in Scotland, and my first reaction is, because it did not end well. It did not meet my expectations. It was fabulous. I was blessed at every turn. People were loving to me. Every time I needed something, there was somebody there. I mean, in the middle of nowhere, having somebody put air in my tire because I'd been hitting stuff. Yes. Driving on the wrong side of the road is a challenge. I was always protected. We made it to the repair shop at the last minute before they were closing their doors. I was always guided. Why not say that was just a trip of blessings? And I want you to smack me if I don't say that to you next time you ask. That was a trip of blessings. I think it's a human condition that we do. I think we tend to evaluate, and I think we tend to judge our experiences not by the beginning or the middle, but by the end. And we forget how much we learned in the beginning and the middle, how powerful that meal was for us, how wonderful it was. So, then they said this. What if Jesus' disciples had focused on just his death? They would have forgotten the beginning and the middle. They would have forgotten everything he taught them, all the healings that they did, all the beliefs in God and eternity. You're a child of God. They would have forgotten all of it. But they didn't. His disciples went on to heal, to raise the dead, some of them, to Philip. There's an account of Philip literally disappearing and appearing someplace else, just like Jesus used to do. When you read the New Testament, there are accounts of those disciples doing exactly what their master taught them. And when did we lose that, guys? When did we lose the ability to do that? When we started focusing on the death. When we started focusing on the end instead of the journey. And we did. Christendom, we have not, but Christendom lost the ability to heal and read energy, all of that. As metaphysical Christians, don't we focus on those teachings? We want to know the beginning, the middle. We want to know the whole circle of life. We want to know that. We want to be that. So we need to begin to embody that circle of life in our world as well. All the beautiful things that come to us, to bless us, to heal us. And you know, while you all were singing, I particularly am not fond of allowing a condition to come into my physical body. You know, but I'm learning something from this. I'm learning something from having a cold. And you are learning that I am human. I knew you thought otherwise, so just affirming to you that I still deal with human stuff, as we all do. But instead of being upset, embarrassed, or anything about our experiences, embrace the lesson in them, because it's a blessing as well. So, remembering the blessings is really about honoring your journey. And the picture that they gave me was this. When we define it, when we come to the end and we define something, we put it in this box. And the box normally is like, not so pretty, most of our boxes. We put it in a box and it becomes a form that we cannot access the inner. And when it becomes a form, we drag that box with us. And if you are dragging boxes, you're reproducing boxes. Because as within, so without, whatever you're vibrating inside you, you're calling to you. I want to have another bad ending. That's what I'm calling. Give me another bad ending. Yeah. I want some more boxes. Yeah. And when you really think about it, you are free-flowing energy. You are an energy being of God love. I want to flow in the energy of God love. All we have to do is unbox those frequencies. Just go into our library, open up the boxes, and then let the boxes crumble into dust, because we have created a form around a free-flowing frequency. Do you guys understand? Okay. And one way to do that, Spirit said, was seek the good and praise it. We're going to do a meditation in just a minute to collapse some boxes. You guys up for that one? Okay. But going from here, what we want to do is seek the good and praise it. You hear it all the time, right? Well, that was a really interesting experience. Okay, let me find good and praise it. I am still breathing. That is good. It can be something very, very simple. It doesn't have to be profound. I am breathing. Life is good. Praise that. Seek the good and praise it. When you focus on positive, you are now calling forth positive to your life. When you focus on, I'm going to do better, you're now calling forth better to your life. There is no one on this planet or in heaven that is grading you. You need to know that. You're not being graded. No one. Except you. No one cares. Really, seriously. No one cares if you're getting A's or C's. Doesn't matter. It's you. Seek the good and praise it. Well, that's not good enough. Patrick wouldn't say that was good for me. Well, to heck with Patrick. It's good for me. You know, if it's good for me, I'm going to seek the good that I call good, and I'm going to praise it. I don't need anybody to agree with me. Seek the good and praise it. When we say life will be better, I can handle this, I can make it through this, where's the good? Life will be better, I can handle this, I can make it through this. We're putting our good into the future. When we seek the good here now, and I am breathing. Yes, I'm going to make it through it. Yes, I can handle it. And yes, life is going to be better. And right now I am breathing. This is really good. This is excellent. The good is in the moment. There's nothing more important to keep you fresh, healthy, and alive than the free flowing of energy in your body, mind, and spirit. Than the free flowing of God love coming to and through you. The free flowing of energy to bless you, to support you. And if you're walking around with a lot of boxes of bad endings, you are not in free flowing motion. God says, let me get you a blessing. No, I got boxes to tend. I'm going to try something new. Come on, try something new with me. No, I got boxes to attend. And I speak from experience. I know. They were reminding me of when I was younger, how timid I was to new experiences. You know, people mention cats. You move something and a cat freaks out. I was a cat. You know, chair got moved. What's happening? All right. My relationship isn't functioning right, you know? The more you trust the universe moving to support you, the more it doesn't matter what moves around you. Because you're now identified within, and you're solid, and you're strong. It's like, okay, I can move with the changes that are coming, and I can get the blessings from all of that. Okay. All right, as we're preparing to move into 2020, which is going to be a fabulous new era, it's a new numerological vibration than we've been in 10 years. And it's bringing a lot of interesting opportunities. If we could learn this technique, we're going to be sailing. So you ready? Put your feet on the floor. Father, Mother God, I ask that your light fill this room. And I ask that each and every person be blessed in a way that is perfect for them. I ask that a calm of light come over each one of you. And I would ask that you just imagine it in. Imagine a beautiful color that begins to surround you now. The perfect color, whatever color you need, is going to be there. And feel the presence of Jesus Christ stepping into that column of light with you. You are not alone. You are safe. I want you to become aware that the color represents what you need, your soul, your spirit. And let your heart just feel that comfort. And in your mind's eye, imagine with me, just pretend it in. Take Jesus' hand. And he's going to lift you up into a beautiful, beautiful library or room or space. And you're going to see a whole lot of boxes. Or maybe just a few. Allow yourself to go into that space and do not let go of his hand. You are looking at experiences that you have defined by how you have defined the endings. Find one box that draws you and just move toward it. You don't even have to know what it represents. And as you touch the form, it opens and the energy within is released. And I want you to take a deep breath. I breathe in the adventure of this experience. I breathe in the love and joy of this experience. Breathe it in. And you'll notice the box is no longer there. Now, it's your choice. You can run your hand down boxes if you've got quite a few. You can use a wand of light to open them all, whatever you choose. You can ask Jesus to help you. In this moment, open whatever you choose to open. And everywhere you touch, the energy is released. And if you can do them all, release them all. And see the boxes collapsing to dust and disappearing. And begin to see the vast amount of energy that is vibrating in front of you. All the wonder, the blessings, the goodness in all these experiences. The lessons, the joy. And I want you to breathe them in. And now take a deep breath and breathe those vibrations into your entire consciousness. Take a deep breath and breathe. Send all the vibrations into your entire consciousness so it fills body, mind, and spirit. I am accepting the greater joy, the love, the laughter, the adventures. I accept all that has been caged. And I am ready. Feel Jesus Christ by your side. And from your heart, begin to send energy into this room so it becomes redesigned to something that is useful for you. No longer a place of storage. It can become anything you want it to be. Send your love into the space and let it redecorate itself. I thank you, God, that I can breathe, that the breath of life moves through me. I thank you, God, that I can live. Feel that beautiful love pouring through you. Feel the hand of Jesus Christ as he brings you back, gently coming back to this chair where you sit. Notice the color of your column of light as you find yourself coming back into your chair, still around you. This is my light. And feel that you are God's child. And God, we ask that you bless each one that hears you in this moment. Let their hearts be so filled with joy, so filled with peace. They are ready for the new. And we are so grateful. Feel your gratitude to God and feel your gratitude to Jesus Christ, ever present to walk with you. And we say, yea, God. Take a breath and gently open your eyes. I hope you all got some energy moving. You guys ready for a fabulous new year? Yes. Say yay, God. Yay, God.